Hello, veterinary professionals. Today I want to talk to you about the minority in our profession known as men. Weird to say, right? For those of you who are part of the United States, Canada, some European countries, as well as Australia and New Zealand, you know that men are the minority, and it wasn't always that way. In fact, up until the late 1970s, it was about an 80 to 90% male-dominated workforce, and in some countries it still is. But here in the United States, we have switched this. In only about 30 to 40 years, we have flipped the actual gender roles, where now it's 80 to 90% women-dominated industry in veterinary medicine. Crazy. And there's a lot of theories behind that. Women are nurturing, we're caregivers, we want to take care of stuff. So it seems like we would gravitate to this. In fact, obviously, in human medicine, we have a larger percentage of registered nurses being the gender role of being women. And so it makes sense that we would probably want to take care of animals, right? But we have to recognize the men are the minority, and that's so weird for us because women, we've been the minority a lot of our lives. You know, if you've ever been catcalled, if you've ever been told, oh, well, you're a woman, or some of the things that we say just on a societal thing is very demeaning to women. Like, you know, you play like a girl, or, you know, ooh, you're doing such and such, and don't be a crybaby, or your emotions are getting a hold of you like a woman. You know, those types of things are very derogatory, and they put women down. And women unfortunately are used to it. It's just commonplace. And I think we're getting better at trying to recognize that those things are hurtful, you know, trying to get out of the gender roles and trying to branch into things that are different. But it is weird for us to think, we're not the minority? Wait a minute. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to pause and just say we still have a long ways to go. And in fact, women in this industry, unfortunately, are still not leading in terms of leadership roles. We're not leading in terms of owners of hospitals. We need more women driving the leadership roles and driving the actual ownership of hospitals. Hands down, that's what we need. And we also don't make as much as our male counterparts. So there's some struggle there. But this is focused on the men. Okay. Hey men, how are you? There's not many of you, and listen, if you're a veterinary technician or veterinary assistant or even a veterinary nurse, there's even less of you. In fact, there's some statistics stating it's 95% women in that sector of veterinary medicine. That's crazy. Now, I want to make sure that we don't discriminate against you, and the reality is I've seen some discrimination and some terrible things being said in hospitals. And women, we do not even realize we're doing this. So we have to put ourselves in our male counterpart shoes. Imagine being the only woman in 90% men that you're working with. And let's just say those men made a couple catcalls or said something to you, or maybe said something even sexist. We need to keep ourselves in check because some of the things that I've heard in the hospitals, listen, if it was said to a woman, you would be offended. So therefore, our male counterparts are also offended. I've heard things like, you know, a man bending over and somebody said, ooh, look at that. Hey, ladies, I don't care if it's a fine butt or not. You're not allowed to do that. Even though you think he thinks you're kidding, not okay, not okay. We have to be very careful when we are talking about things we even want to do with our team. I know a team who had one man on their team and they decided they all wanted to go get their nails done. And he was like, I don't really want to get my nails done, so do I not get to participate in the group activity? So we do these things and we don't even realize that we're actually treating our male counterparts much like how we wouldn't want to be treated. So ladies, listen up. Women, I want you to be very cognizant that if you have a man on your team, don't discriminate, don't say sexist things, don't do catcalling. If you are in a leadership role, make sure we do all inclusive, all gender inclusive activities, making sure that, you know, if we're buying things for our team, it's not all pink, you know, not everyone likes pink. I actually hate the color pink, that's true. I don't count this as pink. This is like a rose color. That's what I have to say. My favorite color is blue, by the way. But we have to make sure that we include everyone. And right now, unfortunately, I see a lot of men having to deal with naughty women behaviors. So keep yourselves in check, ladies. Make sure that you recognize that you are actually the majority in the hospital, which is great. And we want our male counterparts to feel comfortable and feel like they're part of the team. And that, we don't call out things and we don't say things that we wouldn't want said to us. So anyway, that's my PSA for today on gender roles, but making sure that we treat our men with the kindness and respect that we very much would want for ourselves. Keep on being unicorn, and thank you for all that you do.